Here we are just talking about comprehension. Comprehension is a text reading, and we have to understand, especially when we are talking about comprehension. The comprehension word means understanding. Understanding of the text, understanding of the passage, understanding of anything. So in this perspective, we are just going to see the word comprehend is a word. It means to understand, and the comprehension means understanding. We have to understand a given passage, and for the understanding of that passage, we have to adopt different techniques and tools, which are the skills of reading. I do mean that student must have skill to read something. There are three different types of understanding or reading, just like you see the skills of reading. There are some skills of reading, just like scanning, just like skipping, just like skimming. These are three different types of understanding a given text. Here, when we are talking about scanning, it means it is a careful reading. It is reading with concentration. We have to read from top to bottom because we have not to ignore anything. We should not avoid anything, but we have to understand from top to bottom for the complete and whole understanding of the text. And in this way, it is mostly suggested for a student that they must do scanning. And after that, we are just going to see another tip or other tool of reading, that is skipping. Skipping is a type of reading in which reader skips from one point to another point. He goes from one topic to another topic, but he does not understand it completely, but he is just jumping in order to cover the things. And in this way, there is another skill of reading, that is skimming. Skimming is just a focusing on the main points, and this is also recommended reading for the scholars, teachers, or the guides who can understand text in full way, but the main points must be in their mind when they are going to interpret anything. The most important points are lying in their mind. So in this way, when a student is going to comprehend a text, he must or she must have reading, and that reading is scanning reading, not skipping reading or skimming reading. If they will focus upon the scanning, then they can understand text quite well. It is very beneficial for students to do scanning. And in this way, when a passage is given to students for doing comprehension, they have to understand every point, every thought, every idea which is present in the text. So during the reading, we have to see what is behind the line, what is beside the line, what is between the line, and what is behind the line. So in this perspective, they can understand most of the things, most of the stuff which is behind the lines. So there are some techniques and tools. When we are going to understand the entire text, then what we have to do, there are some questions at the end. A student must read question firstly, and after that he should make a tally with the text and the questions. Then he can or she can find out the answers at the end. So in this perspective, we have to see the interlinking stuff between questions and the text. Tests and questions are interrelated each other. So in this way, a student can do a good understanding of the test. So if they adopt, I mean the students are going to adopt this technique or tool for the understanding of the test, they can give a good exposure, they can get maximum marks. And if they are not going to adopt the techniques and tools, and they are making a random things, and they are going to do some whimsical things that is out of the order, that is not in sequence, that is not going to touch the thing. So there must be technique or method in the mind of students that is very beneficial.